Hello, management aspirants. In this clip, we take the all important question of marketing yourself. In this session, we'll take up the following two challenges. What is meant by marketing yourself? And along what parameters can you market yourself in a personal interview? Let's look at the first question first. What is meant by marketing yourself? Marketing is the process of understanding what the customer needs and delivering the desired satisfactions. The customer here is the panel, and you are the seller. You have to sell a profile to the panel. You have to sell a profile to the business school selection committee. And therefore, it's important for you to know what all is he looking at. What are the various needs which he has from you, and how can you therefore create a value proposition around those needs? And obviously, you are the best judge of yourself. So before you gear up to market yourself, you have to do an introspection. You have to see what are your strengths and how can you put them across to the panel at different points in time. Let's take a look at the various parameters which can help you to market yourself. And we'll break these parameters into different areas, starting with introduction first. This is where the panel gets a first look and evaluates your personality. Your personality as a potential management graduate. Your personality as someone who's willing to learn and go through the rigor of a management program. The question type in itself is a vast one, and you can cover a host of information in this area. Therefore, it's critical that you sequence the information really well. The introduction part becomes crucial because people typically fail at this challenge. They would not be able to assign the right sequence in which they have to unfold. You should make sure you mention your positive traits in this section and drop the right hints for the panel to connect with you later in the interview. For example, if you introduce yourself by saying that you're a creative and passionate person with good interpersonal skills, the panel is obviously led into asking you questions on your creativity, your passion, and your interpersonal skills. So you are advised to lead the panel into asking you questions which you have prepared answers to. Education. Education becomes a prime issue of concern for the selection committee. Education becomes a very important area because this is where your profile will be scrutinized in detail. This is the place where you portray your overall learning skills and demonstrate that you have a well-rounded personality. Academic skills coupled with extracurricular activities provide the panel a fair idea about your skills. So you have to balance your academic and extracurricular engagement. Academic learning is checked with the help of your subject knowledge, and panels frequently pose questions from your favorite subjects to check your sincerity. Technical training and projects also become a probable source for questions, but this of course depends on the area of graduation. Typically, engineers are widely assessed in this particular challenge, their ability to apply theory into practice and the various projects they have undertaken during the course of engineering. Extracurricular activities are evaluated on the basis of their nature, relevance, and level of achievement. Performance in competitions is a further proof of your passion. In fact, extracurricular activities are assessed on two parameters, versatility and achievement. Versatility, which indicates the flexibility of the candidate, the initiative that someone has demonstrated to involve himself, to involve herself in other activities. And achievement would of course be the kind of excellence which you have attained in that particular field. Current affairs. These questions act as a check of your knowledge, awareness, and ability to process current information and environment. In fact, it's a very fair understanding of your environmental sensitivity. You have to operate in a business environment tomorrow. So how sensitive would you be to this environment is assessed on the basis of the readiness which you have displayed in connecting with different sectors of the environment. To successfully operate in any condition, you need to have know-how of the changing business and political scenarios and knowledge in areas such as political, economic, business, and socio-cultural issues is required. Career planning. This gives you another opportunity to market yourself. What the panel is evaluating here is your time-bound plan. And it is extremely vital that you provide a clear and logical guide for your future plans. You have to take him through a journey of what you plan to do in the next few years, and then after that, and eventually, what are you aiming at? You may be aiming at becoming a business strategist. You may be aiming at becoming a successful leader, but you have to have a top-down approach in this case. You have to take him down to the entire journey, and so that he's able to appreciate your time-bound planning. You can always state that you wish to start a business, but if you have no inkling of what you are going to do, or you do not have any basic plan to back up your claims, this kind of a statement can be hard to justify in an interview. And we strongly recommend that you strike a balance between your ambition and pragmatism. Personality assessment questions. Interviews often feature questions on areas such as strengths, weaknesses, role models. These self-assessment questions are based on your self-awareness levels and the degree to which you know your own self. Each of these questions requires self-evaluation, and you should make sure you undertake this at the right moment so that you can prepare adequately. In fact, questions on strengths have to be supported by relevant examples, and the ones on weaknesses, they need to have a remedial plan. How have you therefore thought of overcoming your weaknesses? We hope this clip gives you an insight as to how you market yourself, how do you identify the need of the panel, and then propose a value around it. The panel, of course, is looking at that someone who's able to learn, who's able to put in hard work, who's able to work in teams, and who has high levels of initiative and energy. And having said that, if you're able to demonstrate one or more of these skills during the interaction process, you're able to project a successful candidature to the panel. Thank you.